We go through daily about 20 gallons for sure of vegetable oil because we change the fryers, 4 of them in the hotel every day. And so it is an important resource to try to do something with. Greenlight has a special container they have, which is incredibly clean, I might add, that you dump the oil on the top and they come in and drain it.
This is what the used cooking oil looks like when it comes to us. It's kind of nasty, right? It's got water in it and it has solids in it, and it's not something that we can use as is for production of biodiesel. So it has to be cleaned up. In terms of footprint, we're about 6,000 square feet all told, and this plant, as it sits, can produce about 4 million gallons a year.
Vegetable oil was basically taken from a once living thing, and it actually has to go through a pretty intense process to convert vegetable oil over into something that can be used as a fuel the way you and I define it. And that process, incidentally, does take energy. And that's one of the arguments that have been present over the idea of using biofuels.
If you take a look at the energy that we have to use to process the oil here, and what the energy content of the biodiesel, it's about 1 energy in to get 4 out.
Then hey, why not? There's no reason not to use a waste product for an energy source.
The EPA requires that a certain percentage of transportation fuel that is sold, a certain percentage of that is alternative fuel. But in 2010, when the revised version of that legislation came out, there is a portion of that that must be biodiesel. So you use a 5% out of your diesel that you're using for your state vehicles. Just 5% biodiesel in the fossil diesel can make an impact on the environment. The higher the demand, the more the supply will be, and the costs will go down. As the industry learns about how to do things, it will go down. And it is. It already has been.
Mm-hmm. The incentive is we see a use for a product that we no longer need that can become something of use. So it's more of a moral payment than any cash or anything of that nature.
It can be an addition to help create a situation where we don't have this energy crisis that we currently have.
There's no silver bullet. It isn't going to be alternative fuels. It isn't going to be alternative energy. Now, it's not going to be solar or wind by itself. It's going to take all of those things together to get us into a position where we're not relying so much on imported oil or fossil fuels.